It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hello, it is showtime. Welcome. Thank you for watching. If you're watching me live, the Geno Jones Show, I guess you figured that out, right? You say, hey, dude, G, we can read. We can see the sign behind you. I do this show live Monday through Friday. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, or maybe you're in Houston or Dallas, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Minneapolis. 3:30 out on the West Coast, out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. Man, what are the Lakers going to do? I don't know. What can they do? I don't know. I digress. It's another conversation. Shout out to everybody out on the West Coast. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, like, and share, or subscribe to the Geno Jones channel, part of the Geno Jones Network. Please like and share this and every episode. So let me kick off today's show. I got some good news. Got some good news about black folks. And I got a message for some white folks. That's coming up later. But first, the good news. Are you a fan of the movie The Color Purple? You know, it came out in the mid-'80s. Whoopi Goldberg was in the movie, and you had Oprah Winfrey in the movie, and Danny Glover. Well, if you are a fan of The Color Purple, or if you missed it, maybe you weren't born. Maybe you were born after, like 85, 86. Well, I got some good news. Get ready. The Color Purple, the musical movie, is coming out in December of 2023. Actually, December 20th, 2023. Starring Taraji P. Henson as Suge Avery. Fantasia, Halle from Chloe and Halle. You got her, the singer, her in the movie, and my man Corey Hawkins, who played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton. I cannot wait. Yes, The Color Purple, the movie musical. So it's going to be a movie and a musical. Well, because you got Fantasia singing, and you got Halle from Chloe and Halle. You got her. And, you know, Taraji can sing a little bit. Remember the movie Hustle and Flow? It's hard out here for a pimp, and I know he is really a simp. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp. Remember her singing that song? Yeah. Singing the hook from my man Terrence Howard. I like, man, you know what? I could see Terrence Howard playing Mr. That's who they should have got in this. Man, Terrence Howard is Mr. Yeah, I know he a little light-skinned, green-eyed, but hey, he got that energy. He got that Mr. energy. He would have been a perfect Mr. Maybe it ain't too late, folks. Is doing The Color Purple. Y'all need to holler at Terrence Howard. See if he can come in there and play Mr. All right, so speaking of movies, congratulations to Denzel Washington. Congratulations, Will Smith and Anjanae Ellis. All nominated. Will Smith and Denzel Washington nominated Best Actor for the Academy Awards this year, the Oscars. Denzel Washington, my pick. Denzel Washington is always my pick. Denzel Washington is my pick, even if he don't do a movie. And you know, Denzel is always doing a movie. As a matter of fact, the tragedy of Macbeth, I got a chance to see it over the weekend. Man, it is deep. And Corey Hawkins is actually in that movie. And the closing, the ending scene with Denzel and Corey Hawkins is intense. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You got to check it out. So Denzel Washington nominated Academy Award Best Actor playing Macbeth. Will Smith, Best Actor nomination for playing King Richard. That's the name of the movie, King Richard. Venus and Serena's dad, Richard Williams. And Anjanae Ellis, Best Actress nomination in a lead role. Denzel, of course, Denzel and Will Smith's lead role, male actor. Anjanae Ellis, she played Venus and Serena's mom in King Richard. She's nominated for Best Actress. And I'm so glad she did. Because she, man, whew, boy, she killed that role. She really did. It was a great movie. But Denzel's my dude. Denzel could win the Academy, as far as I'm concerned. Denzel should get an Oscar like every year. Really. The brother is just that legendary. He's like the GOAT, the GOAT of GOATs when it comes to acting, as far as I'm concerned. So that's some good news. Happy birthday. Are you a TV show fan? Remember the game on BET? Dude, Pooch Hall. Pooch Hall is 45. Lil G, Gary Jenkins from the R&B group Silk is celebrating a birthday today. He is 44. Thank you for getting me back on camera. All my hip hop fans from the Dirty from down there in the 901, Memphis, Tennessee, repping 3-6 Mafia. My man, Project Pat, is 49, along with, you remember the 3-6 Mafia? They got an Oscar for like one of their songs. Was it, I think, Hustle and Flow. So shout out to Project Pat, happy birthday, and the 901 crew. You got DJ Paul, and you got my man Juicy J, and Crunchy Black, Gangsta Boo, that whole crew. I worked down in Memphis for about 8 years. Got a chance to meet all those folks. This was back in the late 90s when they were like really jumping off. So congratulations, or happy birthday. Also, celebrating a birthday today, NBA star, and NBA, really NFL star. I got the NBA on my mind because the trade deadline is Thursday. I'm worried about the Lakers because this Westbrook thing ain't working out. I love the energy, Russ. I know you play hard. You don't cheat the game, but dude, I can shoot better than you. And that's real talk. I guarantee you, we could have a 3-point shooting contest and I could outshoot Russell Westbrook today. And I ain't touched a basketball in damn near 2 decades. Well, maybe not that long, but anyway, I digress. So Julio Jones, NFL star, he's playing for the Tennessee Titans. He was like probably the best receiver in the NFL for a while when he was balling with the Atlanta Falcons. Julio is 33 today, and Anderson .Paak, one half of Silk Sonic. You know how Silk Sonic got their name? Bootsy Collins. Oh, the name was Bootsy, baby. Bootsy gave Silk Sonic their name. Anderson .Paak is 36 today, so happy birthday to all my Aquariuses. Since today is what, the 8th? 4 days away from my firstborn, my oldest daughter, Lauren Hill Vaughn, a.k.a. Boogie. Boogie's birthday is Saturday. Daddy's excited for you, even I won't get to see you. I love you. I love you more than life. You know that. All right, so I got a message. I want to speak not just to white America, but to white people across the globe. To all my white brothers and sisters, even though some of you all don't act like my brother and sister. Dear white people, no, you cannot use the N-word. Say that again, dear white people. And I say that with love and affection and compassion and empathy and humanity and understanding in my heart. No, hell no, you cannot use the N-word. I don't care how many times you've listened to a Jay-Z or Drake CD. I don't care if you're down with the baby or the brat or the dog. I don't care if Dave Chappelle or your college roommate or dude you used to play football with or basketball, your old roommate in college, or maybe the brother that you buy your weed from. Nobody, none of them, nobody can give you a pass. No black person or nobody else can give you a pass to use the N-word. I don't care how many times you heard us use it. That's a different conversation for a different day, because we really need to stop doing it. I get the whole thing. You know, we took the word and we gave a new meaning, and we took the negative and we remixed it. That's a different conversation. But today, this conversation is for white people. Dear white people, no, hell, blankety blank, no, you cannot use the N-word. Let me try to help you understand. I went to college in Chicago. I had, Jewish, dudes, Jewish brothers and sisters. There were Jews there. There were Italians. There were Irish. Chicago is ethnically diverse, and my college, Columbia College Chicago, really attracted people from all over, really the world. We had a lot of foreign exchange students. So you had people who were Italian, some from, Europe, Irish, Italians, Germans, Polish, a lot of Polish in Chicago. Like I said, Jewish people. Now I know all the slurs. I know them and I've heard them. I've heard Jewish people use slurs, what would be deemed an ethnic slur if I said it to a Jewish person. I know what the ethnic slur would be if I said something to an Italian or an Irish person or German person or Polish person or Asian American person or whose ancestry is from China or Japan or Korea. I know all those ethnic slurs. I'm not going to use them on the show, but I know them. Trust me. Now, if you piss me off and get sideways and say something crazy to me, then I'm going to give you the same energy that you give me. But that's not my nature. So there's certain things I understand. If I was hanging out with some Jewish brothers and sisters back in college, they can go at each other and say some things to each other, about each other, that I know I'm not supposed to say. You got to know your boundaries. Now, I know it's hard because one of the main things about white privilege is you really don't know boundaries when it comes to America because you really don't have any boundaries. Because you got that privilege. You got that skin privilege, especially when it comes to dealing with black folks. You just figure that you can say and do whatever the hell you want to say and do because historically, white people, especially white men, have historically said and done whatever the hell they wanted to do since America's been America, before America was America. So I get it. It's like a spoiled child that's always gotten their way, and then all of a sudden, they got brothers and sisters in the house, mom and dad, they have a new baby, or they adopt somebody, then it ain't just you. So it can't always be you. You can't always have your way. You cannot always be right. And I know that is hard to get. Trust me, I had to learn that myself. My mother had to teach me that myself. She had to say, Jeannie, in a relationship, it can't always be your way. You can't always be right. And she was right. So there's certain things, if I'm in a group of Jewish people, slurs, they going back and forth at each other, I got to stay out. I'm not going to, there's some things they can say to each other I can't say to them. If I'm hanging out with a group of Italians and they calling each other all kind of blank, 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 they can do that. But I can't jump in that conversation and start calling them slurs. They can say that to each other. I can't do that. Same thing with a bunch of Irish people. I can't get in a group of Irish people and they calling each other blank and blank and blank and blank. They're going back and forth at each other. They can do that. I can't jump in there and start calling them ethnic slurs. Same with a group of German people or Chinese people or folks from Japan or Korea. They can call each other all kind of names, ethnic slurs, back and forth to each other. I can't jump in that conversation and start slinging slurs back and forth. I know my boundaries, and you got to know your boundaries. And rap music and movies have really got y'all twisted, which is a different conversation. Because if you think about it, black people are the only people that the music industry and the movie industry too, I'm not going to let them off the hook. Black people are the only people that have been allowed to be denigrated and disrespected and to be referred to with a very vicious racial slur consistently in music and in movies. Think about it. No other group of people. not Jews, not Italians, not Irish, not Germans, not even Chinese, Koreans, Japanese. No, not even folks really from the Middle East. No other group has a major industry, two of them, been allowed to be denigrated and disrespected and used a vicious ethnic slur, and it was okay. And they marketed it and made billions of dollars. Michael Jackson, back in the 90s, had a song. They don't really care about us. He had a Jewish ethnic slur in there, 2 words. I'm not even going to repeat them. I could, but I'm not going to do it. They made Michael Jackson go back in the studio and they had to take those 2 words out. Blank me, blank me. Google it. This was Michael Jackson in the 90s, before stuff really got crazy and went sideways on Mike. This was Michael Jackson. So it's so funny that the record industry will not allow Jews or Italians or Irish or Germans or Chinese or Japanese or Korean or Polish or French or people from Scotland. They would not allow that group of people to be denigrated constantly with a racial slur. Not at all. They wouldn't allow it in any music. But when it came to black folks, hell, black folks, y'all do it. Hey, white folks, you can do it too. Because the black folks saying it, why can't you say it? Now, that's a separate conversation. But I know a lot of you all have been listening to rap music. I've been listening to it just like everybody else since the 80s. You've been listening to rap music for 40 years. Jay-Z and Dre are 50 plus. What, Jay's 52? So I know we all come up together, and a lot of you all came up listening all the way back to Run DMC, even though Public Enemy wasn't really getting down like that. But when NWA hit, oh man, y'all lost your mind. I remember when NWA came out. You had more white teenage dudes from the suburbs buying NWA than black folks in the hood. White folks, it was like white teenagers, like they discovered something. They was like, oh my God. And they lost their mind. So a lot of you all grew up listening to folks, black folks, using the N-word, the ER and the GGA. And then you try to well, see, it's different because I didn't use the ER, the GG, no. GGA, GER don't matter. You cannot use the N-word. Just like there's certain ethnic slurs, there's certain things I can't say about your people that you can say to each other. I can't come into your house and say certain things to people in your house that you could say. You might cuss out your mama, your daddy, or your sister. I couldn't, because I wouldn't be standing here. Because, black mamas don't play that. I'm just here to tell you. Some of the stuff that some of y'all get away with, I wouldn't even think it. I wouldn't even let the thought, because my mother could hear my thoughts and would slap the taste out of my mouth if I even dreamed in my sleep about saying some of the things I've heard some white kids say to their parents. That's a different conversation. But I couldn't come into your house. I couldn't come into an Irish house or a house full of Italians or Jews or Germans or Chinese or Koreans and start calling them all kind of names, even though they could be calling each other names. So you can't come in our house and say the things to us that we say to each other, even on some of the stuff that we shouldn't say to each other, but we can say it to each other and kind of know where we're coming from. But coming from you white people, we always gonna look at you sideways. Like, really now? You done got real comfortable now that you think that you can use the N-word to me because we've been hanging out and cool and gone to school, or we played ball together in college, or we worked together, whatever. Or you dating a black woman or a black dude. No. And I hope you understand why I've tried to explain to you why, dear white people, do yourself a favor. Joe Rogan and everybody else using the N-word, it don't make you cool. It could get your ass whooped. It's facts. That part, very true. Don't make you cool. Even with black folks, you know that you've been known. Trust me. Even if we don't say anything, we looking at you sideways. We're like, oh, really now? You done got real comfortable. Oh, yeah. We'll never look at you the same. And the relationship will never be the same. Even though you may not know it. Some of us, because I'm not that kind of dude. I can't fake it and front it. Like I said, I'm going to give you the same energy you give me. And I believe in the Maya Angelou theory. When a person shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. And you got one time to give me your ass to kiss. I'm going to kick it and I'm going to keep moving. So you don't have to worry about me. But some folks may let it slide, but they will never look at you the same. They'll always kind of be looking at you like, okay, what's next? Because see, you start one time, and before you know it, then stuff gets sideways. It's my lesson for white people for today. I hope you took notes. You can go back and rewind, but the lesson for today, white people, say it with me. No, I cannot use the N-word. I don't care how many times I've sang it. I don't care how many times I've listened to NWA. No, I can't use the N-word today. Stop it. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Once again, live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones channel on YouTube. Tell everybody, or as my man Nelly would say, everybody, to subscribe to the Geno Jones channel. Folks you know, you like, you love, you can't stand, you hate, you don't know, strangers, aliens, mutants, don't care. Tell them all to subscribe to the Geno Jones channel. Please share this and every episode. Please like this and every episode. Shout out to, and you can always leave a comment, ask a question when I'm on camera live in my chat room. Hello to my mom. My mother's feeling better. Yes, like my mother said, don't ever use the N-word. You got that? You got that. All right. I got to get out of here. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Yes, he is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. You can check him out online on Instagram, actually, at KLB Cutting Up. KELBECUTTINUP. KLB Cutting Up on Instagram. Shout out to Allie Jones and Bruce Gage, the official wardrobe consultants and stylists for the Geno Jones Show. Allie Jones, she's on Instagram, so it's underscore is a line below, underscore Lexi, LEXXIE, space, one space over, Nicole Designs, underscore, line below, Lexi with two X's, underscore, Lexi, space, one space over, Nicole, Nicole Designs. And you can find Bruce Gage on Instagram. I would suggest that you just do a search, Google, whoever your search engine is, Bing, Siri, Alexa, find Bruce Gage on Instagram. It's actually Miglio di Mario Uomo. That's how it's pronounced, Miglio di Mario Uomo. It's an Italian name, but it's spelled MIGILIO DiMarioUomo. Miglio di Mario Uomo. But just search Bruce Gage on Instagram. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be on tomorrow, Wednesday, as we shout out all the Working Divas on the Working Divas Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody in my chat room. Once again, dear white people, today's lesson, no, you cannot use the N-word. Never, period, full stop. Thank you. I love you, each and every one of you. One last thing before I get out of here is always be blessed. Don't use the N-word.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.